righty. Jalynn Polk here. Let me get back to my notes here. We're talking about the Atlanta airport. I still have that on my screen here. 6'1", 203 pounds, 21 years old. Last year, kind of got thrust into the position that people didn't expect him to be, or all of a sudden he had to be the second receiver in Washington there because of injuries to Jalen McMillan, which we'll talk about him in a little bit here. A lot of people have Polk actually as still the second best receiver in Washington. I'm putting him at number 3, and the main reason why I think that is because if you look at the game tape there, once McMillan came back, Polk kind of took that third role again. He didn't assert himself as that number 2. And if you can't assert yourself as number 2 on your own team, I can't put you number 2 on my list at that point from your team. So last year, 15 games, 69 receptions, 1,159 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 rushes, 32 yards, and a touchdown. Back in 22, when he was full-time third receiver, 13 games, 41 receptions, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 rush for 15 yards. Pro-wise, good size, good speed, good at motions and screen the air, good hands. Cons with him: lacks explosiveness, slow off the line, needs to break out of routes better, and trouble with press. Now, again, you have to look at it and go, are these traits I can fix? Explosiveness, can't necessarily fix that. Slow off the line, can't necessarily fix that. Needs to break out of the routes better. That you can probably fix with some coaching. Trouble with press, it depends. Is this a strength issue, or is this an issue with him as far as, where he's trying to pop back to break free at that point? That's a 50-50 there. So this is a guy that he has a lot of good to him, but there's some cons that you're probably not going to fix. And you have to know that going into it there. Again, he played the third receiver role very well in Washington. I think he actually will play that third receiver role very well also in the NFL as well. I think that's where he's going to end up being. I do think someone will take him in the second round, and I think he's going to be a decent player. I don't think he's going to be a star, but he'll be a decent player.
Yeah, like you said, if you get yourself the third star to your team at a rookie deal in the third round, you're looking at that cap value for your future potential overall of a better setup. Like, if you have to overpay for your wide 4s and wide 5s, like it's a terrible scenario. But like, if you could draft,
who would overpay for a wide receiver 5?
I'm just saying, if the veteran minimum is overpaying.
Yeah, like don't do it. Don't pull a Kenny Galladay. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you want, like, we talked about Crowder being on his team last year. You signed him to a veteran minimum. Well, guess what? You just got Polk for cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get a positional player that possibly could be Crowder. You take it, especially in the third round.
Yeah, like I said, I like him. I just while I like what I see on him, I like to try to be a little realistic in what I think his ceiling is as well. Like I said, I think he's going to max out like a third receiver on a team, which is not. Listen, there's plenty of guys who don't even get close to that kind of abilities. So if you can get 600-700 yards a season at that point as a third receiver for a good quality offense, that's a nice role. That's a legit receiver in this league. You have a good career.
He screams a saint. Even if Marvin Harrison Jr. went to the Cardinals, I could see him being slotted in as like a third option to just give Kyler like everything. Like, you go.
Traded away all their receivers. They kind of need someone.
I think they have one other one still there.
One. They have a tight end.
Marco, I want to say.
Hello.
You're right.
Yeah, damn it. There is someone else there, or the Raiders, the Saints, the Cardinals, and the Raiders. I think he would do really.
The Raiders just drafting all the receivers. We got him drafting everybody. They have a whole team of wide receivers. You're gonna play linebacker now. You're gonna play corner.
They got a lot of. I mean, they're probably gonna go after corners more so. Like, they're probably gonna grab as many second and third round pick corners as they possibly can and be like, get in here and do your job. So. But yeah, Polk, like, even on the Saints, Polk being there while Olave kind of sees most of the looks, and then he's kind of like the I need you to get to the chains here real quick and make this catch here. And then, 2 years down the road, you could probably be, in rotation on an everyday basis. If, Derek
Yeah,
Carr's
I mean,
blanket.
I can see it Saints, but yeah.
he's a nice mix actually, New Orleans as well, because keep in mind they got, along with Olave there, they also got Rashid Shaheed as well, who's a good deep threat. So now you got a third guy who's again more of a screens and that kind of stuff kind of player at that point, to the short stuff like a slot position kind of stuff. That works out pretty well. That would be a good fit, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see what they think, obviously.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.